And we're back with another edition of the Very Important Partner Show by JVology Live. I am your host, Krista Inakovsky, and I'm very pleased to be sharing with you my good friend, Ben Saltzman, the Enneagram guy. How's it going, Ben?
Good. How you doing, Krista?
Fantastic. Ben, to me, is one of the perfect examples of attending one of our JVology events. We were together live in San Diego back in February, and just love knowing you and working with you and learning what you do, and folding that into my life has been really exciting. And then seeing you on your journey of how you're growing and expanding your business. So welcome. Tell everybody who you are.
Thank you. Ben Saltzman. Sometimes they call me Enneagram guy, that Enneagram guy. And I work with a lot of entrepreneurs who are wanting to create more solid, connected, trusting relationships with people. And they realize that they need some skills in how to do that, and that their Enneagram personality type is getting in the way. So we help people figure out what is their particular Enneagram personality type, the strengths of their type that they can leverage, that they can use in relationships to build more trust and connection, and those parts of your personality that you're like, oh God, I wish I didn't do that. And how do we work with those? How do we get underneath those and find out what's going on and eventually let go of some of that stuff that's been getting in the way?
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I know there are several different types of personality or assessments that are available out there. But I have to say, from doing Enneagram, it has been really the most insightful and impactful for both me personally and people I'm in relationship with, to be able to compare and contrast, and I've been able to learn so much thanks to what you've been sharing. And so I appreciate it, and I hope everyone has a chance to dive in. If you're curious about how you tick and what's going on beneath the surface, this is a really cool way to get to understand yourself and others better. So I have a question for you. What are some of the problems that people are experiencing when they come to you and like, all right, help me?
Yeah. Well, we get two. We get one where people are not clear that it's the relationships that are the issue. They just know I've hit a cap in my income. I want to connect with other people. I want to have a bigger reach. I want to be working with collaborators or JV partners that have larger lists and more impact in the world. And they haven't quite caught on to yet, like, it's the relational skills that are missing. There's something that's going on inside of you that's keeping you from having that breakthrough. So we work with those folks to develop those relational skills, to figure out, okay, what is it that's holding you back like, how is your personality type holding you back? Because each of these 9 personality types, you can see the Enneagram back there a little bit. There's 9 different personality types, and they each have their own way of kind of sabotaging their success, of keeping themselves small, of keeping them from creating those relationships that can really open doors for them. And so when you find out, oh, that's what I'm doing, that's the unconscious, hidden, the thing that's holding me back, my Achilles heel that I didn't even know was like, mind-blowing stuff starts to happen. I mean, you probably have this experience of like, oh God, yeah, that was going on for me. I didn't know it. And
of course it was, oh no, that's not me. And then like within a day later, I was like, Ben's right.
That's pretty common.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty common.
And so there's something that kind of, our world gets rearranged when we can see what we're doing at depth of the unconscious motivations. When they're made conscious, often it's like, oh, now I can do this in a new way. Now I can take new action. That's far more effective. I stop shooting myself in the foot, and I can create those relationships that really open doors. So that's the first person, like, they don't realize it. The other people that come in, they know there's a relationship issue. Like, they're going head to head with people. They're maybe a type 8 and they're angry and aggressive and they're blowing people away, or they're a type 9 and they don't feel like they're quite up for it. And they know that, like, their self-confidence or self-worth issues are holding them back. Like, we really start to get underneath to what's going on that's keeping you from reaching the goals that you have as an entrepreneur, and then go to work on that stuff.
Great. So who are you looking forward to meeting at JVology Live? Are there specific, I know you want to meet everybody, but I mean, are there specific types of
I'm really interested in the people who are ready for personal development, and they kind of have already started to make that connection that their personal development has a real bottom line impact on
Mm,
business. Like, that's not news to you. Like,
right.
you're already on that journey a bit. You know that like creating stronger relationships and connections with people, so it's not so transactional and kind of base. There's a higher calling that wants to happen here. Like, if you're moved by that, we should talk. We do Enneagram panels, and we need JV partners to be on those panels and to help get the word out about those panels, because we're launching soon.
Awesome. And one last question for you. You've been around J and JVology for a little bit now. What is your experience with that? You have
Hmm.
anything to share?
Yeah. My favorite part of Jay and JVology is the his big heart that attracts other people who have big hearts. You know, I'm always looking at the leadership, like, who's in leadership, what do they embody, how is this going to be filtered through the people. And when I saw Jay do his work, I was like, he's got conviction, he knows his stuff, he's got competence. For those of you who don't know, he's a type 8 on the Enneagram, which means, like, type 8s value competence and do have that big magnanimous heart, we call it. And they bring a level of authenticity and realness, and like, let's do it, let's get it done. And I love that. So you kind of
Like
get,
a born leader. There's like all these characteristics that are
yeah,
just like, I can,
yeah,
wants to and can and is capable, and brings a high level of people with him.
yeah, exactly. Like, he wants us to step up, and so I'm like, all right, I'll play with you in that big sandbox. You got something to give here. Let's dance.
Yeah.
So that's why I was really attracted in.
Well, great. Well, we're so glad that you're going to be dancing with us once again as a very important partner at JVology Live. So for everyone watching, make sure you connect with Ben and discover more about Enneagram for you personally and how you can use this as a joint venture. All right. See you soon, Ben.
Bye. Thanks.